Roy Neary, an Indiana electric lineman, finds his quiet and ordinary daily life turned upside down after a close encounter with a UFO, spurring him to an obsessed cross-country quest for answers as a momentous event approaches. This is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Welcome, I'm Chris, and I am starting my box office bombs, or you could say lowest box office rated movies for the year. We're going to start with 1977 here. The highest grossing film of the year was Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Close Encounters of the Third Kind was number 9 on the list. This is the first year that I can find domestic box office for theatrical releases. And at that time, Close Encounters of the Third Kind opened with $16 million compared to Star Wars $195 million. It did go on to gross $116 million for its run in the theater on a $20 million budget. And if you've never seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind, it is a fantastic movie directed by Steven Spielberg. The score, the movie itself is really well made. It's hard not to recommend this movie to people, even though I'm sure a lot of people out there have already seen it. If you haven't, though, I would highly recommend checking this one out. It's an amazing movie with Richard Dreyfuss, and it's kind of it's kind of a slow burn to a fantastic ending, in the sense of he's experienced this encounter with the UFO, and he's trying to understand what's going on and everything. And it's a great movie. I actually think this is a much better Steven Spielberg movie than E.T. is. I know that there's a lot of people that love E.T., and I don't think E.T. is necessarily a bad film. I just think this was a better sci-fi film from Steven Spielberg at the time. So, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say about it other than if you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend it. And if you have seen it, I'd recommend watching it again if it's been a while since you've seen it. It still holds up to this day. And consider the fact the year and everything, what was out in the theaters, I guess I'm kind of surprised that this didn't start out the first weekend with a higher amount of people watching it, but at the same time, it's definitely one of those that probably during that time period was building on word of mouth, and that's what got more people to go and see it in the theater. But yeah, for 1977, this was the lowest grossing film for its opening weekend, but it did go on to do a pretty decent amount of money for the time period and everything. And so I will definitely catch you guys on the next one, where we will be moving on to 1978 with Brass Target. So, you like the video? Go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everyone who does. And we are on our way. Take care. Bye-bye.